Alright, team. We're at the Los Satones boot camp. Big ass patch just landed. This is what's gonna define the whole next year. Let's see what Riot cooked up for us. I know a lot of the things already, but I'm gonna give my thoughts without revealing too much about what's up.
Everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medler. Today is October 30th, which is a bit earlier than usual, because we're flying to Worlds soon, and we wanted to film this before we left.
This is our last dev update of the year.
Wait, they filmed this? Why did they wait so long, bro? Bro, this was available the 30th Halloween, bro, before Worlds. It would be helpful. We found out earlier. Hey.
Before we get into some of the things you'll see in Season 1 2026, we wanted to thank you all for being on the journey with us this year.
My pleasure,
As
my
always,
pleasure.
Want to show some love for your passion. For
My pleasure,
keeping
my
us
pleasure.
honest,
Thank you,
and
Big Boy
for making
Jonas.
working on this game so worth it. Now, in January, we'll be back to talk more about Season 1, as well as a little bit of what to expect for the rest of 2026 overall. But for now, let's get into it.
We learned
I'm gonna be honest, it's Season 16, and no one's gonna be able to change my mind. Season 16, baby. That's what's up. Season 16. Come on now.
a lot this year about seasons. Many of you liked
Fight
what
the
came with
power.
the themes, the map art updates, metagames, new champions, and champ updates overall, for example.
I play to Riot Games, bro. I think they understand that they need to give us more ways to play League of Legends. Great for the casuals. Casuals is the lifeblood of the game. We gotta have ways to play the game. Very important. Smart.
We also saw that if we leaned too hard into a region, it could feel very one note, especially when it comes to skins. And as it turns out, there is too much of a thing like Noxus.
A lot of
After, I have to say, playing Riftbound and being a Kaiser player, I think there's no such thing as too much Noxus. When I see my Darius in my hand and my Legion card, I'm chilling, bro.
red and black.
Yeah.
So, we'll continue to find the right balance for thematic seasons moving forwards. And speaking of which, it's time to talk about Season 1 of 2026. For this, we wanted a contrast from 2025, with its ancient danger, a dark end, and quite a bit of scheming throughout.
Okay.
So next year, we want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope, and justice, with a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there for good measure.
Nah, I really don't like how he basically, it's like Demacia in the lore is responsible for a lot of dark things. I don't like the whitewashing here of Demacian history. Like they have massacred a lot of people. It's not good. They're trying to.
So that means Petricite, gold, and blue accents on the map, as well as some
Guys, I'm obviously memeing. I'm obviously joking.
Demacia-themed skins, including some champions reimagined as Demacians, with plenty of non-Demacians.
Hey, did you see the Attack on Titan? Look, it's Attack on Titan, no? This is Attack on Titan. Look at this. This is just the Metal Titan, over the wall.
Reimagined as Demacians, with plenty of
It's Demacians? Isn't it Demacians?
non-Demacia skins for some variety.
Oh, that's a cool
means that
Morgana,
the
bro.
yearly cinematic in January will feature
Bertolt.
Demacian champions. We're going back to old school Demacia this time, back in time to what some might consider
Michael
the golden
Javan.
age of Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Hey, Andre, are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
You sure?
Nah, yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
Anyway, we have a range of Summoner's Rift changes that the team will talk about in a moment.
Didn't understand
This
that, bro.
year, we'll also talk about some updates to Swift Play. With that, we're going to hand it over to Riot Endstep and Freak, who will walk you through some of the Summoner's Rift changes coming in January.
I only listen to Medla. We're gonna skip this part. I'm kidding. Freak my goat. I don't know about Endstep, but he's probably a goat too.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot Endstep.
And I'm Freak.
And we're here to talk to you about the Summoner's Rift gameplay changes coming in January.
Oh, Freak thinks he's owner or what with the hoodie on the shoulders. No, I'm kidding.
Over the last few years, League has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives.
True.
Fighting around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
Yeah.
And while we know 5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
So we're making some changes to
Bow
major
season.
neutral objectives, towers, and minions in order to do just that.
Bow season.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because right now,
Ooh.
some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We also have some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
What's the pun? Delightful? Delight? What's the pun?
First thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do today.
What? Whoa. Bro, 35 seconds earlier in the game? Are the waves then adjusting to that? The waves have to adjust to that. But this cooks level 1 stress completely. There's no variance then at all. Look, from a casual player, I have to say, from a casual player's perspective, level 1 invades, I think for the majority of players, is boring. If I'm going to be honest. I can imagine someone gold, silver, bronze, whatever, like they get level 1 invaded, and then it's like the game explodes and you are, in trouble. Obviously, they're fun to do, but I think if they're making this change to cater to the average player, it's like there's two arguments for it, right? There's dead time. In a lot of cases, in the games where there's no invades, there's dead time, and then in the cases there are invades, there is like a mess. But for obviously play where everybody for team play, this sucks. This change sucks for team play, plain and simple. This is a very casual centric play, right? It's anti-invade and it makes the game start faster. People have ADHD, bro. Like people go to take a piss, people watch TikTok, whatever. They're on the phone, like they're oinking. You don't. That's what this is for. But obviously for pro play, this kind of his ass. Especially like the whole meta revolved around this shit, you know? Sure, maybe you can do level 1 invades, but you can just trap, and you have to trap for 10 seconds, and then you leave. And then, the window of operation is insane, you know? Because the thing is, if you want to invade, the enemy can just stack and then scatter, you know? And the window to walk in is like so narrow. You have like 10 seconds to do an invade. And if it doesn't happen then, it's over, you know? The play is over. Like late invading and so forth is strange, you know?
You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're also making some changes to
Keep in mind, it's like you don't even have options of lane swapping anymore because of the thing, you know?
Vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and
Because keep in mind, a lot of level 1 variants as well involve you going like through top lane or through bot lane, hugging the wall, sticking. And like this travel path takes a lot of time and this kind of kills it, you know?
sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warding the map easier to learn for everyone and give more opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phalites, locations
Phalites.
that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some Phalite rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Wow. Wow. Food. Oh. I guess. Quick food. I just need to pick food, guys. 1 second. What's satay? What's satay? Satay? The sauce. Okay. Can I add extra salmon to my salmon bowl? Nice. I would love that. Thank you very much. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, Phalites. I
So
like.
on to the
It's like it's an interesting idea because it does give you it's like it's an interesting angle to empower solo laning because it doesn't come at the cost of anything else. But I do think what will happen in pro play is that supports will still go toward these locations. They will just go behind solo laners and grab these spots. But it also makes sweeping a lot easier too, and pink ward placement a lot easier too. So it does dumb down ward placements.
Objectives. YamatoCannon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to
Bro, like literally in the clip they showed, it's a bard. It's a bard that's putting the word.
Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives.
Like there was literally a bard placing wards. Like I think in pro play, like supports will find angles to put wards in these spots, and yeah.
YamatoCannon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and
Yeah,
we agree.
I think this is
We wanted
good.
to alleviate this over
We
time.
don't need that to
via
come.
remove the second
We really don't need that to kind of thing. We don't need that to come.
form of YamatoCannon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting YamatoCannon out of the game. That
Bye-bye.
includes Blood Roses and the petals with them.
Do we get a new
That said,
objective
let
or
us
Nash
know
at
what you think
20?
about limited time gameplay changes and if there's something you'd like to see more of.
I don't
But
mind.
back to YamatoCannon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time.
Okay.
Welcome back, King.
Additionally, we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons as you get closer to Dragon Soul. That should make it so that
Oh, now that is a big buff to split pushing, by the way. Having a bigger window, like making objectives tankier, makes side laning so much more broken. Like, that's a big buff for side laning, if anything. Like the Yorick we saw on screen, now that's a buff for split pushing.
it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like that they pushed
It's like investing time into if it depends on how durable they are, but a change to durability of objectives is a buff to side laning, and
teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better game systems that allow for players to have more individual agency over.
I honestly wouldn't mind if they make objectives harder to kill, but they give more. Like that would be like a fair trade-off, you know. This is kind of like from these changes alone, I could definitely see a world where like giving up all drakes is just correct because it's too hard to do, you know.
Their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for first blood and first turret.
Nice.
Another way
Feet
we're looking
getting
to
the
improve
boot.
sieging is with the new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers.
Damn, look at these crusty ass towers. Crustifying, bro. It looks like a cheese crust. Look at that. Dedra, thank you much for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Far too kind. Thank you. Crusty towers.
Over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal.
I don't know, guys. This is a strange buff because I don't think this is this to me is not a buff to split pushing. To some degrees, it is because you walk in and hit one tower, right? Like hit once. But the thing is, it's also like a built-in catch-up mechanic, if you know what I mean, right? So it's like imagine your towers are crusty, and like they're like completely crusty, and then the enemy aces you, and then they just fucking bonk all your crusty ass towers. Like this is such a comeback mechanic. It's like if you actively split pushing and chipping away at the tower, then the crustification is not stacked, you know, like you don't get it's like you don't get punished as hard for not always hitting the tower. And there are circumstances where that's good and bad. Good for both the losing team and the good team, you know. But I guess it functions like a demolish. So it is nice, like some champions, like they hit tower once and they walk away if the enemy's like too strong on the tower.
Deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated.
He got the plating.
over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated. This should help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently.
To be fair, I kind of like them switching it to a 3-point passive because the Demolish was... There was nothing in the game that was the same as Demolish. Outside of Hot Steel.
And will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well. We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive action.
Something that I think about too is that this is going to make games faster, you know? This is definitely going to make games faster. Because the classification, it's like, there is an incentive. There's never been an incentive to play for chip damage on towers. Never. It's like, macro-wise, it was always wrong to play for chip damage over, of course, tempo. It's like hiding in fog, basing was always better than chipping turrets. But now, if there is platings, chip damage is basically like, if there's a tier 2 right now, right, in the game, if I base late and I show on the map to do 50% damage with the tower, that doesn't yield me anything. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't yield me anything. Nothing. It doesn't yield me shit. But here, if it's crustified and I'm getting platings, it's like I am getting I'm getting something here, you know? Like doing damage to towers is meaningless until you get the gold. So paying gold to you know what I mean. You get it.
Actions. We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower.
No, let the tier 2s have a lot of gold. Let the tier 2s have plenty of gold.
And splitting across the plates.
To further facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access.
Bro, Herald is just crazy, you know? You break one tower and then you bonk the next tower and you just get like Goomba platings. Oh! Platings!
Access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting Lakem Homeguards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
Whoa. Whoa. Now that is a big buff, bro. This is so OP. This is the biggest buff to split pushing. Scion in the video.
We're also adjusting Lakem Homeguards to swiftly take.
Look, the context right is, it's like imagine you push out. It's just funny that it's Scion in the video.
Not in the video, but it would be even funnier if it was Scion with the skin, you know.
Yeah, but I think they can't do it on the nose, you know. The fact that you own Riot can't be obvious, Kedu. Yeah. It's like, what's it called? The biggest strength about this, keep in mind, guys, is that I can push out and base and open on the same lane and it makes sense. Macro-wise, always, what you always did, right, is that you pushed out, base, opened the other side, and the enemy had to push out a long wave. But now you have the option of opening there again and it being a good decision, which is crazy. Imagine if you proxy maxing as well, bro. Imagine you proxy into base, your tempo's gonna be crazy. proxy to base. It's gonna be nuts.
You to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing.
Oh, good change.
We like that the respawn allows.
Really good change. This was so bad. It was so bad to take turrets. Like Inspired did it in Pro. But yeah,
Cause
good
a team
change.
to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about
Base
being
Riot
backdoored
Games.
by a Twitch. But with a full health respawn, it meant that it was
Bro, he put sound in the video and now backdoored by a Twitch. Like,
honestly incorrect.
It's a bunch
for
of shoutouts
seasoned
to the
team
Tonys.
Finish killing the turret sometimes.
Now for our
wait, I keep forgetting that I'm a part of the Tonys now. And it's I need to remember.
biggest change for next year, role quests.
I'm a Tony too.
When you load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
Bro, everyone's getting Tamaguchi.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game. You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby. So if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
Wait. So what happens in pro play then? Can mid lane have a top lane quest? And we just say fuck it?
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're currently the two weakest, and as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them. Now, let's get into the rewards which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved, even if they won their lane, and that's something we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much Summoner Teleport for free on top.
Well, so it's just Bruiser Town, no? It's Bruiser Town. Yeah, what happens? What happens if you have TP as a summoner spell?
Top of the two summoners they already chose.
It's time to play Olaf, Darius, Volibear.
Now, if you had taken Teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it.
Oh,
In
but this shield does it scale with health or?
addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front,
Go
more
punch the
XP
crust.
from future
Hit the crust, man.
sources, and an increased level cap.
Increase level cap. What the hell? All right. To be fair, guys. To be fair, guys. Wait. Top players also get a bunch of bonus XP up front. Like, what the hell does that mean, bro?
Very, very a bunch of bonus XP.
Okay, I need to know how much bonus XP we're talking about, bro. Are we getting like a Roa proc? And then also, like, keep in mind, for most champions, you don't get a skill point at 19 and 20. So the value of these levels is just going to be stats. I don't think this part is less of a crazy one, I think. Like, the level cap is less crazy to me. Like, 19, 20, it's like, bro, like, what? Udyr? Like, max all spells on Udyr? Like, this just allows, like, the power balance is going to be weird because top lane is going to be capable of scaling. Like, it's weird because top lane interacts with mid laners in the game. So if you're a mid laner and you're playing against a top laner on side that has 2-3 summoners, like, you don't have a chance. Oh, nice. Enemy top laner has Flash, Ghost, and TP. All right, let's see. All right, the triple summoner thing looks really, really, really insane, in my opinion.
Front, more XP from future sources, and an increased level cap.
Now, to mid lane. A huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both, like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Rounding it out for new quests, in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry part.
What happens to Casio? Does she just get move speed? uh, this is pretty solid too. This is pretty solid too. I think this is not bad. The change to mid lane. The change to mid lane is empower recall and boots. I think that's pretty damn good, by the way. I figure because mid lane is strong that they are not gonna get something, but I think this is pretty damn strong too. Like I wouldn't react about level 19, 20. Honestly. And if the main question for me here, right, is how much XP is top lane getting, right? Like that shit can get really freaky fast, yeah. So that I don't know how much XP we're talking about. Like our top lane is gonna be like just 2 levels ahead of everybody. Is that what's gonna happen? I don't know.
Of the role, so while top laners getting bonus XP, bot laners.
I don't really care about the 1920 too much, if I'm going to be honest. The 1920 thing is just fun in like a hyper-scaled game. But the mid lane actually got some power here. Mid lane got some power. So depending on these buffs, we know which roles are the most OP. The jungler's not getting anything.
Even harder into the carry part of the role. So for new quests in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry part of the role. So while top lane is getting bonus XP, bot lane.
It would be funny if like AD carries unlock a new ping, so you can ping your teammates more aggressively.
Are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increase.
Wait.
Bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a
300 gold. We saw it. 300 Gs. Okay.
A lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asked,
you get 2 more gold per minion? 2 more gold per minion? Okay. Holy. Listen to me, guys. Listen to me. Every ADC now is gonna be like, guys, it's more efficient for me to take the minions. Let me take the minions. Are you ready for this? Guys, why are you taking my minions? I'm getting more gold from the minions. Ronnie's gonna say this already, bro. But bro, get more gold from the minions. And then Bao says, but I get more XP. I get more XP. And then Nemesis just outpaces them with his new shoes. He's just faster to the wave.
well, then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard.
There's also, I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I think this is okay. I think I imagine the community reacting really hard on level 19, 20, and 7 slots. Like, I don't think this matters too much. And also, 7 items is fake. It's like, you get boots. You have a boot slot. That's what it is. Like, 7 items would mean that, like if you could buy like 7 legendary items, that would be mental. But this is, cool, you know? What happens if you play Cassiopeia ADC?
Hard late game scaling.
But when do the shoes pop in there?
Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently.
But when do I get my 7th item slot? Do my shoes just plop in there when I'm done with the quest? So I have an extra spot. Okay. Okay. So my shoes just plop in there. Okay. All right. You saw it when he got 300 plus. He didn't have shoes when he had 300 plus, no? Am I crazy? Whatever.
Allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game scaling.
Jungle and support already have quite.
I have to say, the Scaleless build is so ass, no? Like, what are we doing? No BT, Phantom Dancer, no Rapid Fire Cannon, Kraken Slay GA. Like, yeah, you actually reported.
legendary items for extra
We're level 16 and we have full items.
hard late game.
Fake news.
Jungle
Fake
and
news.
support already have quests and rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now, especially when it comes to early map influence, so we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted. We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think
You know, the current state of the jungle was already a jungle that was slowed down big time. But then, you know what has crept up on jungle in terms of clear speed? Is the change of champions that were originally laners. That's what hooked jungle. It's like we already had a situation where jungle speed was really slow, by the way, with the addition of pet. But now it's like, think about the champions that cleared like motherfuckers. It was like Zyra, Brand, Zed, Kiana, Aatrox, Mundo. Mundo was always chilling. Actually, Mundo got changed. Because you know, like basically, when the jungle pet was introduced, what happened to the game was that people were like, "Oh, I can play these junglers that have shit's clear speed and play." So basically, like Vi, Wukong started getting play because the pet kind of equalized everybody in terms of clear speed. You know what I mean? There was like the great equalizer where like champions that had insane clear speed got balanced down because they needed to hit camps long enough because of the pet doing damage. If you know what I mean. And now like we've gone full circle again where camps are becoming more tanky. And now all of these jungle modifiers on champions have cooked it, you know. But yeah, the strange part about this is that, yeah, I don't know how this will change the dynamics of like invades and level 3 ganks and level 2 ganks. We just have to wait and see, you know. I think it's too early to say what impact this has. I don't know if you have to pick junglers with better clear speed, or if there will be no benefit in having better clear speed, because something that Riot has done in the past is that they make everybody reliant on pet damage, so it just makes everyone be forced to spend a lot of time. Like basically, imagine you made every camp 2 times tankier, but you made pet damage triple, right? Then everyone has to take camps at the same speed, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if better clear speed is going to help you or not. I have to see what the outcome is. It's hard to say. Like if there are junglers that can't do 330 clears before crab starts because the jungle camps are tankier, then I think you can go fuck yourself. Then yeah, definitely you need clear speed.
support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest, so we didn't want to directly increase their power. With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving.
Wouldn't Ivan be mega OP in that circumstance? They should balance Ivan too, no? Like Ivan should just have, they would just increase the time, guys. They will think about these things,
a new
no?
slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little
I think this is cool. I think this is cool changes.
better with the other roles.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
But
Wait, you only progress your quest in your lane? Faster. But then lane swapping is just back, no? It's not like It's not like you're that gated by. It's like if I can get into a good matchup, I'll delay the 300 bonus gold I'm getting as ADC, no problem. You know, like you think I give a shit about this? Like we're chilling, bro. We're chilling. Imagine if top gets CP later than they want to. You just start with TP. No problem. You get a big shield. It's fine. If we're lane swapping, we're playing with TP anyway. Because think about this. If I'm going into pro play now, lane swapping enabled, it's like, bro, I can just start with TP on my top laner. And then like your Ghost Flash Darius is gonna be cooked either way. Like he can go fuck himself. 2 lanes delay both of the quests. But I don't think these quests are like that absolutely game breaking, you know? I could just, bro, people were lane swapping at a bigger cost than fucking a quest, you know? Like
Role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're gonna bring back a few items to the Rift for each class, to give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For example, we're adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which will empower your Spellblade Bonk to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well, anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto-spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
We took a hard look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 200%.
All right, we know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoners Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pablo and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Okay.
wait.
Dev 2026 Season 1 Gameplay Preview. The 2026 Season 1 gameplay changes hit PBE today. Before they're live, we wanted to talk you through the changes coming to Summoner's Rift. We're eager to hear your feedback, so make sure to hop onto PBE to test these updates out and give us your thoughts. Housekeeping note. Work is still in progress on this first reveal, so don't be surprised to see changes to things like visuals, item names, effect names, stat values, and more as we continue to refine these while they're on PBE. Barring massive table flips, this preview page won't be updated after publishing. Fear not though, when the 26.1 patch notes come out and the changes go live in January, they'll have all the final details as usual. Major goals. Before we get into the specifics of the changes, we first wanted to cover some of the high-level goals we had for gameplay going into Season 1. Over the last few years, League's been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives.
Okay, so we have everything here. Everything is delayed by everything is fast forward by 30 seconds. Minions, crab, whatever. Objective, Atakan, they talked about this. First blood, gold, 100, turret, 300, okay. 15% more durable, increasing the daily gain from Dragon Vengeance, which stacks up to more dragon buffs a team has. Oh. Bro. It's just, they just want Chovy to win worlds, no? They want Chovy and Keen to win worlds. They're nerfing T1, guys. They're nerfing T1. All about that split push. Doing Drakes. It's nerfed, bro. We're also making comeback experience stronger for the Dragons and Baron Nashor, meaning they can more often lead to comebacks. Under the hood cleanup of how epic monsters scale, they all level up alongside champions. Now use their level to derive all of their stats instead of scaling with game time. Structure should make them more consistent across the game modes and features like multiplayer practice tool. Alright. Vision. Elemental Rift transforms what these controlling visions barriers easier. Failites, predetermined location spawning at the beginning of the game. Wasting the reach. Wait, failites are set in predetermined location with some spawning at the beginning of the game and more appearing with the elemental rift transforms. Okay. I thought you could use failites to figure out which soul is coming. Recharge rate of yellow trinkets are available more consistently. That's a big nerf to jungle, by the way. That is a big nerf to jungle. Because honestly, I think Sweeper needs to be buffed, in my opinion. Like, Sweeper needs to be buffed. Sweeper is low-key kind of cooked. But anyway, you asked if you're Yorick, if you are Tryndamere, somebody say split strategy is the best strategy in the league. If there's Zigzag, the Kayle, the Bag, the Sieging Tower is ideal way. Yeah, the crusty thing is nice. It'll just make games really fast. Simplifying turtle. So the minions range champions doing 70% damage to surplates. All turtles simply take 20% damage from melee champions and have the health increase to match. Nearly identical in practice, but easy to understand and now applies to more than just outer towers. Wait. This is not a simplification. Am I not crazy? Doesn't this just make turrets way softer? If ranged champions don't do less damage anymore, but melees just take 20%, I thought this was enough to make turrets more durable. But this is just making turrets softer across the board. Like, turrets are gonna melt, bro, by ranged, and this is above 2 ranged champs too, and also melee champs. As another simplification of reward, pitching in turrets no longer slowly gain resist after 50 minutes, and other turrets won't gain as much AED in the mid-late game if it's still standing somehow. We're also ramping up minion respawn rates in mid to late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets and pushing opportunities. What? That I hate. No way. I really, really hate that change. Oh, it's disgusting. I really don't like that. Minions spawn more often? Minions spawn more often? I really, really dislike that. After laning phase is over, minions will spawn every 25 seconds instead of every 30. In order to not inflate gold and experience income in the mid-game, 1 fewer melee minion spawns whenever a cannon spawns in these mid-game waves. Oh, I really don't like this, guys. In the late game, minions will spawn every 20 seconds. Bro, isn't Nashor just GG instantly, bro? It's so easy to stack waves. This changes the game way too much for pointless reasons, in my opinion. I hate this. In the late game, minions will spawn every 20 seconds with 1 fewer caster minion as well. A super minion is now spawn with every wave once an inhibitor dies. Inhibitor's kills will create substantially more pressure than before, which make pushing into the enemies more rewarding. Bro, isn't every game just going to be 30 minutes max? Like, every Nexus is just exploding in 30 minutes. I can't imagine. Bro, it's just a team fight. A team fight. You win a team fight, and then you're always going to have a wave. There's always going to be minions. Bro, there's always going to be minions. It's good to end the game. The turrets are softer, melees do more damage. They're going to be all crusty. Like, one team fight, the game ends. One team fight, the game ends. That's crazy, you know? Yeah. Turrets aren't actually softer, they have increased HP. Now you have to keep in mind, I don't know, it's not that they're not gonna have scaling HP, right? Over time. You just keep in mind the 20% and the 70% back from range and 20% extra on melee, that is an exponential damage increase. So a flat HP buff is not gonna matter as much because the turret's gonna be crusty, and then they become softer over time unless they have scaling armor and MR and health over time that matches the power curve of like a bruiser who's buying more and more AD over time or AP over time, right? That's at least how I read it, you know? Like this just seems like a Nexus explodes 30 minutes in. But all these changes that I read so far are very casual centric. Very, very casual centric. This is so casual build to the max, bro. This is like insanely casual build. Except to the bonking. I think these items are already available on Spider Axe, so role quests. What adding the turret plates to every turret also add the plate resist? I'm not so sure. I'm trying to find it. They didn't say anything about it. Okay. Top laners, we expect top laners to get overall influence, quest completion, cooldown versions. We'll gain a longer cooldown version of someone's teleport. If you already took teleport, instead they'll get stronger, providing large max health shield on use. Does it have the degrees? They did. You skipped it. Really? Did they talk about like They didn't talk about platings. Speaking of plates, we want to create more piecemeal rewards for pushing, so they've been added update to stick around permanently. Will also be added in an inhibitor to bring out the current goal for taking cost. No, they didn't talk about adding armor and MR plating to the other towers. That's not stated. So I'm not going to take for granted that's going to be the case. You lie! Or maybe I'm just too lazy to read everything. Echo is Drake going to stream? I'm not so sure. I think he's like he's Sigma grind setting right now, bro. I believe in Reckless, bro. He's pretty insane, bro. It was in the video, all tower get platings. Yeah, but guys. Oh no. You guys are misunderstanding. Just because platings are added doesn't mean that they get MR and armor based on those platings. It's just why would you take that for granted? They're not adding gold to the tower. They're not adding gold to the tower. They're not adding gold to the tower. It sounds logical to me. No. It's actually not logical. Because they are just rewarding chip damage. If you want to make split pushing rewarding, why would you make the turret so much harder to kill because of the platings when you don't even gain additional gold? No, the whole point is to distribute the gold amongst the HP. It grants the same amount of gold. So it's not the same. Early game, platings make the turret more durable because it's bonus gold. It's additional gold. That has nothing to do with the turret kill, and it extends lane phase. That's a whole different argument, you know? While the platings are added to the tier 2s for the purpose of rewarding chip damage. You're not getting any additional gold. You're just getting it for chip damage. To pop the classification of shit and stuff like that. Alright. More experience from upfront bonus experience, more experience from future sources. Midlines received tier 3 boots. Empower recall, like this is with a cooldown. Okay, it's a cooldown. Yeah, I don't know, it's just split pushing does sound giga OP. How minions work makes it so OP, I think. Grubs, Herald, split pushing, opening on the same wave is ridiculous, I think. Opening on the same wave is ridiculous. And you can just stack such big waves. Bro, imagine how much CS you lose, bro. They removed grubs? Where did they say that? Didn't they remove grubs from Swift Play? You guys are confusing grubs. Grubs was removed from Swift Play. Oh man, I forgot how it is to stream. I was getting baited. Swift Play is removing grubs. They're not removing grubs to Pro Play. Alright. Okay.
Let's talk about ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And more recently, we ran a test in late September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks in ranked in EU West and Oceania. We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well. When players
You said this is casual pill. Does it increase harder macro for team play? No, I think this is gonna fucking create a stranglehold, bro. It's gonna create a stranglehold. I think whoever's stronger on sides has such a big advantage. What do you mean? Like you walk midway for one and you sack one wave? Now you're gonna sack 2 waves. And 2 cannons are coming at your tower, bro. Like in 40 seconds, there's 2 cannons at your turret. And then the enemy top laner bases and he opens on the lane again because he has Homeguard. Bro, it just makes it so ooga booga, bro. It makes the split pushing ooga booga. So ooga booga. If you proxy some waves as well, it's completely ooga booga, bro. Oh yeah.
start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So, we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when a player's MMR is higher than their visible rank. This will let other players know that you're climbing quickly.
Bro, yeah, all your solo queue games are gonna have Fioras and Yoriks and Trindamirs that are never gonna leave. They ain't never gonna stop. Ay, ay, ay. This is just... This one's for Chovy, guys.
And your displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
We're also making changes to how Flex and Solo Duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is Silver in Flex and, say, Diamond in Solo Duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly Diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your Solo Duo MMR is much higher than your Flex MMR, the system should bring your Flex rank a lot closer to your Solo Duo one. And that should mean Flex...
Flex is based, by the way. Flex is based. I think Riot should make actual Flex teams, and they should actually connect this dumbass... What's this Clash? Like, make Flex connect with Clash, let yourself qualify within the client to some tournaments, fly them out to Gamescom or some fucking shit. Give us some path to pro within the client, you know? FlexU is fucking great. FlexU is good. Let us have ranked teams that you can be clashing, and let there be like some inclined progression that bonds people, you know, that brings people together.
Matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced moving forwards.
Auto-fill jungler versus a jungle main can feel like an auto-loss. This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge. When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer and to reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled. First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role. So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled jungler, for example.
Nice.
If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team.
Nice.
We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
Damn. Jesus. Okay. This is so OP. Autofill me every game, please. Let me autofill me, please. Please, autofill me. I want to be autofilled. Let me be autofilled, please. I want to be autofilled. I want to be autofilled every game. Autofill me.
So for those of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving.
Holy, how do I know if I get the Aegis? I want to know in-game I have the Aegis.
Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get enchained dodges lobby after lobby. So we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby. We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward for sticking around and trying. So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win, after all. And at Master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big change from the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up Champ Select by cutting down on timers and animations, which should save about half a minute.
No, I mean, Dargo and if I queue Phil.
See what you did there.
Yeah, no, I did it.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change.
Bro, you know mid laners? Mid laners are fucking with this change, bro. I don't know. I think I've watched Nemesis play 52 Tristana games the last 3 days. Like, bro, mid laners are so happy with this, bro. The ladder is gonna be filled with mid laners that are high rank, by the way. Like, playing Echo Jungle, I think. Mid laners are so buffed, bro. Show me. Okay, we got Malphite top. Holy, yes, Tristana bot. Tristana bot. Tristana bot. Tristana bot. Ain't no way. Tristana bot. Yes, bot second roll. It only works on actual fill. Oh. It was Malphite mid? Really? Oh, why are you lying, man? Oh, you're not lying. You were honest and truthful. I'm gonna ban you anyway. Fuck you. I'm kidding. Okay.
We're adding back duo queue to higher ranks, including Challenger, in most regions. For so many people, League is better with friends, and in the past we disabled duoing at Apex tier ranks because it's so often led to rank manipulation. But, because of the improvements we mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranked manipulation detection, we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
But bro, you can duo queue abuse to get the autofill, no? There's like 2 people queue mid lane, and then second roll different, and then odds of you getting autofill is insanely high, and you get double LP.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Switching gears, let's talk about Swift Play. Swift Play is the first long death. Now currently, if you're
It's a lot more
And to chat about WASD, this time with
the tech lead for WASD. I'm Riot, call me KT.
WASD.
now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to check back in on the wild world of WASD.
WASD.
We've been on the PvE for a few months now, and in that time, we've caught and squashed over 100 bugs. All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you.
Bro, why are we killing so many bugs? What did the bugs do? At least eat them. They're like a lot of protein.
Creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players.
WASD? Bro, like WASD scares the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. WASD is so fucking scary. I get it. Like, bro, this entire season is so noob pilled, but I get it, bro. It's very noob pilled. Like, this is so noob pilled. It's insane. But I don't know. I think my thought currently is that this is gonna stray way too far away from. This is gonna stray way too far away from the team fight. I thought people like team fights. We're gonna have so few team fights, bro. Every game of yours is gonna have some top lane goblin that is punching tier 2s. Every game. Bro, this game suck to play. Anyhow, on topic of WASD, I have to say, WASD is, I get it because they want to get Zoomers in. Bro, they're gonna fucking release League of Legends on console, bro. League of Legends on console's coming through, bro. That, like, the thing is, you know what WASD does? It makes it accessible to players that are good at other games. There is no transferable skills from other games. That is a problem for League of Legends. Is that people that might spam a different game, like let's say someone's really good at shooters. Like, oh, if someone's a GOAT gamer, like they don't want to learn their skill set from scratch. It's the same. It's like I grew up playing Warcraft 1 and then Warcraft 2 and then Diablo and then StarCraft and then Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 and League of Legends and Heroes of New Earth and Dota. Like, the RTS genre, like, for me, looking at the game, you know, from a specific perspective, that made my skills very transferable, right? Very, very transferable. I played shooters, but I was pretty ass at them, you know? I played World of Warcraft. That was like a little bit unique, I guess. But most of the time I played from that perspective, like the Diablo perspective, Warcraft 3 strategy, like mouse and movement with the mouse, right? If you are from a different walk of life, Fortnite, Minecraft, whatever, like you're WASDing it up, you know? You're playing on controller, you're playing on WASD. This is a good way of inviting that audience in where you feel like you have a transfer of skill. Because it sucks to play a game you're ass at and you have to like relearn everything in your life, you know? Kind of like you have an internal gaming resume. You know what I mean? It's the same. It's like if you're good at one From Software game, the rest of them are gonna make sense to you. You know what I mean?
Who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all these pesky bugs. An extra special thanks to the players who.
But yeah, it scares me because it will have to be balanced around. It will change the whole game. Bro, who's gonna fucking be able to play Ezreal and Zerath against WASD movers, bro? Like, they're gonna like they're gonna be dodging, like left and right. Like, the FPS players gonna take our jobs. I think if they probably need to make sure that auto attack cancel animation is not gonna be perfect. Like, if it's like Wild Rift and it's just like you're perfect kiting with Jinx,
are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug. Even beyond bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
I was watching Baus react to this and he said, PvE players. Who the fuck plays PvE on 200 ping? It's just, he said he's only unemployed people do this. Just testing the game for Riot without getting paid.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain. So it will be available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward.
Oh, so QE, you can strafe? Oh no, you're going to be able to strafe?
Since our debut on the PvE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made improvements to navigating around minions.
You know, these are two very lovely ladies, you know, but yo, stop improving WASD. Like, I don't want it to get better. Make it worse. Stop, don't improve it.
Wall sliding, the new
Pull the plug, bro. This is League of Legends AI moment. Like, no, Hank, no, Hank. It's like this is the Terminator moment. It's like, I'm a cybernetic organism and I use WASD to play League of Legends. Exoskeleton of steel.
And more. One of these features is a new auto attack system, as well as our internal. Our goal is, with practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of play, not just for brand new players. We'll be keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera. We've added the highly requested ability to tune the camera speed to your liking. Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much. This goes live tomorrow in all QS views.
Ensures we've
a much more global audience. Free and smooth
of them listening, and we'll see you WASDing on the Rift.
Right. I'm gonna be WASDing on the Rift. Brother, I'm 30 years old. I'm gonna WASD on the Rift. It's cooked, bro. I think most champions are gonna be better than with WASD. Maybe like Gragas. Is better with mouse. Only the fat champions are gonna be good with mouse. Like Malphite and Gragas. Guys, Riot needs to invite a new audience that's gonna spend money. Yep.
How that comes?
Not great, but we'll see you again in
2 seasons. So go.
EOE players will be happy. Yeah. All right. All right, bros. A little shorter stream from my side. I just wanted to get some content out for YouTube.